Okay. Well, we're glad to have you with us,
Thank
Mruthyunjaya
you.
Bhai, senior brother joining us from Madhuban. Such precious jewels who have been and who have met through Sakar Baba, and so we know
Yeah,
that you have many jewels to share with us. And I'll be asking you some questions just to
okay.
some of your wonderful experiences to be with us.
Thank you
So
very much.
interview will be about 45 minutes or so.
Okay.
And I know that even your name, Mrutyunjaya, means conqueror of death. So, what a beautiful and powerful name that you have. And my son, let me start by asking you about your early days. And
Yeah.
so I want to ask you, like, how did you come to Gyan? I know that the Hirde Pushpa played a very important role in your early days. Can you tell us the story of how you came to Baba and when you came to Baba?
Before that, I was born in a religious family called Shaivists, Shiva, worshipping Shiva. That is our family tradition. I was studying in Bangalore and I am going to the college in Bangalore University. And this our house is very close to a small house, small center of Brahma Kumaris. Daily I used to go by cycle or sometimes motorbike on the same road. But I used to read the name of the Ishwari Vishwavidyalaya. It was such a long name, Rajapita Brahma Kumaris Ishwariya Vishwavidyalaya. Then I was surprised. I always used to read Bangalore University, Mysore University, Karnataka University, Oxford University, like that, a two-word university. But this is a very long name. I was thinking what kind of a course, what kind of a degree, what kind of a knowledge this university called Ishwari Vishwavidyalaya offers. That was a curiosity created in my mind. One day evening, myself, one of my friends, we used to go for daily evening for a badminton in the same area. Then we were walking through that street. Again, we saw the board. Looking at the board, I requested my friend, Sir, shall we go and see what exactly they are doing, what kind of a course they offer, what kind of a degree they provide? Such a big, long university name is there. So then I went inside, and there was no chairs and tables for sitting. One sister called. Later on, I came to know the name of the Dadi. Hriday Pushpa Dadi was sitting on the gaddi. We call it called gaddi here. And then I just sitting, giving the back to the wall. Then I used to look at each and every one. There were about 10, 15 people were sitting inside the room. That was exactly a room, not a auditorium or a hall or something like that. And then Dadi was giving the drushti. I was not knowing what is drushti means, but she is looking to each faces and each person's like that, and she looked at me also for a while. When she was looking at me, I had a wonderful experience of peace, wonderful experience of light, wonderful experience of happiness. Her face was always radiating light and light, as Baba says. And she was so intoxicated and she was so happy. She was so cheerful, always I've seen. But on that day, for me, it was the first encounter of happiness, cheerfulness, peaceful, a blissful life. And then I thought there must be some power. This Dadi, I don't know the word of Dadi in Hindi, but she was having so much of love also. And I said, this is the power, some kind of a light and might. I experienced it and I became a fan of her. And the same day, after a few minutes, our red light was off and white light was on. Then I was not knowing why the red light, the white light they normally they put here. Then one brother asked me, "What is your name? कहाँ से आए हो?" From where did you came? Said, "I am here only the local man, staying nearby, about half a furlong or something like that." And then I am a university student in Bangalore University. I'm studying. I just came to know everybody every day. I used to watch this big board, and as a curiosity, we wanted to know what kind of a course you provide and offer in this university. I said, then he said, we offer a 7 days course first. And that 7 days course, what are the contents? I just came to know what kind of a degree you will provide for this through this university. Then Mr. Mariappa was a joint director in HMT. He's a technical administrator there. Later on, I came to know. Then he said 7 days. I said, ask it 7 days mean how much time daily? He said 1 hour. Then in 1 hour, I asked my friend, shall we attend this program? 1 hour daily. Then I'd forgotten to go to badminton. Then he said, okay. Then he started a course called 1 hour course, 7 days course. Then I felt something different from out of body experience. I felt I am a soul, I am an eternal soul, I am a peaceful soul. Whatever the course words they used to utter from his mouth, as Baba said, then I experienced that state of soul consciousness and a kind of a belongingness and a kind of a detachment, a kind of a out of body conscious that I felt in the very beginning itself. Then there were so many questions were raised. It means I was existed before, I am here today, and tomorrow, after even leaving this body also, I will be existing. And मुझे इस दुनिया में रहेंगे शरीर छोड़ने के बाद में भी even after leaving this body, I live in this world. I said, I experienced that one. That was the first experience I got it. And then again, he gave a very long courses. The soul, human soul, do not transmigrate into animal body. Normally, we believed and we were aware in the sense we were taught and we were given that knowledge. Man sometimes become animal. Then this birth is a very precious birth, good life, human life. But still, we were not knowing that the human soul transmigrate only to the human body, not to any animal body, or we never become plants, nature, part of the nature. But our nature is different. So that understanding, sometimes he gave an example of a dog, donkey, and a horse, and a snake, and so many other animals. I said, man never become animal. He never become a donkey, dog, snake, and horse, buffalo, like that. परंतु बाबा कहते हैं बुफेलो बुद्धि है ऐसा परंतु वो बातें हमको मालूम नहीं था अदर डे आई हर्ड फ्रॉम द ब्रदर Mariappa told. Then I felt it is true. When we put a seed of mango, we get only mango plant. We don't get um, banana plant or banana. So that means human soul transmitted into human body only. For all karma, as we believe in karma theory, karma philosophy, and then we don't go and suffer from the body, animal body, just because of our bad karma or a good karma. So
So
then I
let,
realized it.
let me just jump in there and say, I know you met also Sakar Baba, I think
Yeah,
in
that to tell you.
1968. Can you tell us what did you feel when you met Baba? How did it happen?
After 1 month of course, after 7 days course, they were asking me to come in the morning, 5 o'clock. Then at that time, 5 o'clock going to the center was difficult, but however, because of my good experience in the center, and then I started going to the morning class. And morning class, I used to go for meditation. And after some time, about 1 month, then Dadi and some other senior brothers, they were going Mariappa Bhai, Basuraj Bhai, and they were all going to Mount Abu for meeting Baba. In the meantime, they explained me about the Brahma Baba. Shiva was descent in the body of Brahma Baba. Then my curiosity, my interest, my love towards that old man, because Brahma Baba was looking as good as like my grandfather. मुझे 1 मास पहले ही दीक्षा दिया था. In South India, Diksha means a religious ceremony. Daily we had to have a bath and then worship Shivlinga. We used to have a Shivlinga in the hand and then puja, and then only we can take prasada called breakfast, whatever. So that was a traditional practice. Then I had a wonderful experience of about Brahma Baba also through Sakshatkar plus through explanation also. Then I came to Mount Abu, and then in 1 month only I was only 1 month child in the Brahma Kumari's family. 1 minute I will take my. हाँ हाँ वो हो जाता है. Then we came by train. At that time, there was no flight to Ahmedabad also. We were not even positioned to afford for a flight ticket also. We came all, about 7 members were there, and we came. And then very first day, Baba was walking in the courtyard of Panda Bhavan. I was knowing only the word Panda Bhavan, but was not visited this place. Then the moment I saw the Brahma Baba, I don't know how it was attracted like a magnetic field, magnet. And then I went to it and immediately I embraced it. और दादी हृदय पुष्पा, नहीं 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 अभी नहीं जाओ, अभी स्नान करना है, अभी तो कपड़ा सभी मैला है. मेरे को तो वो सब भूल गया. बाबा 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 ऐसा
Well,
करके I went
let's
and
translate
embraced.
that by some into English, because all are English speakers.
Then when I saw the Brahma Baba, I was felt like a pulling towards him. I felt so much of love. Then immediately I went and embraced Brahma Baba. At that time, our Dadi Hriday Pushpa saw me. Then he went and embraced Brahma Baba. Then Dadi said, no, 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 don't go. Now you have not taken bath. Clothes were very dirty because we traveled about 2000 kilometers in the train for 2 days, 2.5 days at that time. Then again, Dadi and some brothers also advised me, no, 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 no. But the love that I attracted for me, the happiness that it gave me at that time was a wonderful, unforgettable experience. I went like in the trance beyond body conscious. Somewhere, some other world, I went like that. That experience I had a first day. That was my first encounter with Brahma Baba and Shiv Baba in the human form. So later on, we came to I realized this is the true chariot of Brahma Baba, chariot of Shiv Baba. Brahma Baba is my alokik father. Like that, I experienced it because of that wonderful, unconditional, pure love and detachment also. So that means I experienced soul conscious, I experienced a godly relationship, I experienced the divinity and purity which we normally explain nowadays. But that experience made me to realize myself about my own nature also. So that was the first time. Then Dadi, Hriday Pushpa Dadi, and some other brother, they said we had to go for taking bath and ready for a Brahma Bhojan, then meeting again in the evening, because we reached there around 1:30 something like that. Then we will meet Baba in the evening in the class, history There were no other halls in Panda Bhavan. Only history hall, a part of training center was there, and part of small kitchen was there. And even Dadi's bedroom were also not there at that time. There, that is a different room also. 1 minute, I will have water. When I embraced Brahma Baba, it was not like a human body. Secondly, it was like a cotton, weak of pillow. So it is like a light. Baba says, आप सभी फरिश्ता बन जाओ, लाइट बन जाओ, माइट बन जाओ. लाइट एंड माइट को एम्बरेज किया. लाइट एंड माइट को एम्बरेज करते तो फिजिकल एक्सपीरियंस नहीं होता है, एक सटल
All right,
एक्सपीरियंस होता है.
English, please.
So, when we embraced the Brahma Baba's body, it was not like a skeleton or a human body. It was like a light and white house. It was like a embracing a very, very soft cotton or this one thing, like that, not a skeleton or a skin or bones or nerves, etc. But it was beyond human body experience. So, because we all know the human bodies, but not that experiences of light and might. So that experience has made me a transformed person for a few minutes at least. And the whole day I had in the same conscious, same feeling, same kind of an experience. Then I said, I am in a different world. I am in a different thought now. I have forgotten myself, I had forgotten my studies, I had forgotten my Lokik family, I had forgotten. I felt that I am in a very higher region, higher area, place. That was my first experience. So that unforgettable experience, that is, still today when we think of that day, it inspires me, it motivates me, it enlightens me, it makes me a new man, just like we are landed from space to this world. Like that, that experience makes me. 1 second.
Asab, I'd like to come to another topic now. And
Hmm.
this is service, especially service in the early days in Bangalore, Karnataka. And I heard that you did something like creating 50 centers in the Golden Jubilee year. Can you tell
Yeah.
us something about that project and your experiences of that year?
At that time, we used to listen Baba's Murli. There was only hardly one center in South India, in Bangalore, not even in Chennai, Hyderabad, and any other places in South India. But in Baba used to say, "Bache galli galli mein center hoga." In each extension, there will be a center. Not only in cities, in rural areas, also will be a center. Then at that time, then we had some kind of an understanding and feeling that this world will be destroyed by 1976. 76. Then I thought we should establish at least in all the district headquarters of South India our center, so that if the destruction take place, this will become a place for tapasya, place for listening Baba's Murali, at least for a short period at least. That determination came into our conscious. Then we worked out how to organize the programs, how to organize exhibition, how to organize small discussions, meetings, etc. I am very, in 73, first time again came for a small Madhuban meeting. I represented Karnataka, I represented South India at that time. Before that, already Karuna was there and Baswaraj Bhai was there and another Ramakrishna Bhai was there, Mariappa was there. But somehow I am so lucky that the Hriday Pushpa used to take me to Mount Abu meeting. In the very first meeting, Didi Manmohini ji was there, Prakash Mani was there, Jagdish ji was there, and they were conducting a meeting. I suggested to Didi in my broken Hindi language, Didi, We must have a center in each and every, at least a district headquarters. And then Didi said, you should prove, you should think of it, you should make it to happen like that. At that time, we had no much money, hands, literature, etc. But somehow by 1976, before the that Shivratri, we established in nearly about 25, almost all the district headquarters of Karnataka, and few in Andhra, few in Kerala, few in Tamil Nadu. Like that, I never used to sleep at least 6 to 7 hours maximum rest and total overall for personal things. We used to plan every month one district cover, how to go there, how to organize exhibition, how to make things to happen. Like that, at least a small center. Like that, I am very happy, proud, and that credit goes to Baba. Whatever we planned and thought at that time, it happened. And that is how more than 25 centers were established in all the district headquarters, not in the small places. Today, each district headquarters have their own big centers, retreat centers, and like that.
All right.
Yeah.
Bhai Sahib, also I know you spent some time in Pandav Bhavan in Delhi with Dadi Gulzar and Jagdish Bhai. Can you share some special moments and experiences?
Especially when we have conducted a big exhibit, big conference once in Mount Bangalore, that is called in Vidhan Soda Banquet Hall. Dadi Janki Dadi was not there, but Dadi Prakashmani and Dadi Hriday Mohini ji, Dadi Hriday Pushpa Dadi, Jagdish ji and Nirvay ji, they all came to Bangalore. Vidhan Soda Banquet is the seat of government, and I'd invited. It was a big story, that one. Normally, they never used to give it to any religious organization or social organization or educational institutions also. I had met the chief secretary at that time, Mr. Krishna Rao, and then he said there is no law to provide to give this one to religious organization. Then somehow I don't know what happened to in my mind. Sir, that means Vidhan Soda is only for irreligious purpose if it is not for a religious programs. He was laughing. He was a very enlightened, tall and matured person. He laughed at me. Sir, there is no rule, there is no law to provide for things. I said, if there for any good thing, if there is no law, you can make a law. That is why I am here. You are a senior member ruling is you are a chief secretary of the state. You can do it. He smiled and again said, I will look into that. He did not say no. Then the file went to usually in the government for the deputy secretary, joint secretary, and under secretary like that. Then again the file came back to chief secretary. They have noted it that it cannot be given to any religious organization. The same thing was repeated by almost all the officers and signed it. Then chief secretary called me. He said, so there is no rule. Then he called the joint secretary. Sir, can you change this note? Instead of that, we may recommend it to the chief minister so that he can take the call. Then he said, sir, I have written whatever I wanted to write, I have written. Now it is your responsibility. You can write anything. Then chief secretary himself, I know the organization. We can provide this all for 3 days. We call it a World Conference on Human Survival. And the governor had accepted for that one. And the governor is inaugurating it. And B.D. Jatidi, then the Vice President of India, he had agreed to come to the program. And many other dignitaries like Deccan Herald editor, Times of India resident editor, then Indian Express editor, like that some few good journalists also had agreed. And the chief minister himself had agreed for that program because it was a prestigious hall and everybody was wondering how could you organize such a program. Brahma Kumar is a very unknown organization, but they organized it in such a big program. It was the miracle of Baba. It was the miracle of Dadi's yoga, because she was also there when we had a meeting with the chief secretary. Then the chief secretary wrote to the chief minister to give this one for 3 days. Then some friend was known to me about the chief minister. He had invited me to his house for some puja, and the chief minister came there to some puja. After the puja and bhojan, then we met, because we didn't take any prasada bhojan in his house. Then it is called, uh, then he introduced us to the chief minister, Devraj Aras. Then Devraj Aras, after listening all our activities and other things, he said, you come tomorrow to office. Where is the file? He asked. Sir, the file is in your table. He said, you come tomorrow 10:30. I will look into that. By the time I reached it, he had already signed it. Then he approved. That is how it happened in the very first time, having a government place for conducting in Vidhan Soda itself. And the fire hall, we conducted an exhibition. That was a wonderful. Later on, Jagdishji invited me to Delhi to organize some program that is called uh, Future of Mankind Conference. In Bangalore, World Conference on Human Survival, and this is Future of Mankind Conference in Delhi, Vigyan Bhavan. At that time also, it was a wonderful time. Then Jagdishji asked me to fix up an appointment with the then Vice President of India, B.D. Jatti, because earlier B.D. Jatti was minister. We had known to him. He was for a short period chief minister. We had met him and we had invited him. He generally was a fan of Dadi Hriday Pushpa Dadi. He used to say no to Dadi whenever she meets. She tied Rakhi and discuss about the organization. He was knowing a very fluent Hindi also, although he was a Kannadiga, but fluent Hindi and English, Kannada also he was knowing. So that's why he was impressed by the philosophy of Brahma Kumaris, which is talk about the Shiva, because he was Shiva Bhakta. He used to have a vibhuti in his forehead. So that's why he used to come. Then he was the vice president. His personal assistant was right from when he was the minister of food and civil supply, then chief minister, then lieutenant governor, then governor, then he became governor, then he became the vice president of India. At that time, I requested him, our Dadi want to meet you. There was no much writing. They used to, even he used to call on telephone. Then he used to fix up the appointment. Then we met Dadi, Hridaya Mohini Dadi, Jagdishji, and some sister, I don't know, I'd forgotten. Then he accepted it, and then he came to Delhi, Vigyan Bhavan. The first VVIP came to Brahma Kumaris, that was from South Indian, as a vice president of India. He came. That is how I begin. It's many VIPs, VVIPs, so on and so forth.
Bhai
Bring
Sahib, how is it that the Prime Minister of India, Chief Minister, they have all come to Madhuban, and I know you have played a very important role in that happening. So, how did you manage to do that?
It is, I don't know, it is first of all Baba's blessing. Once we had a big program in Channa Reddy. We invited Dadi Prakashmani ji to this one, Jaipur, Raj Bhavan. And after that program, we came to Mount Abu, and then there was Baba's meeting in the Om Shanti Bhavan. And then Dadi introduced to Baba, Baba, ये बच्चा मृत्युंजय अच्छे अच्छे बड़े बड़े वीआईपी को बुलाता है इधर। बाबा ने
So,
ऐसा मुझे
English.
दादी इंट्रोड्यूस मी टू बाबा Avyak Baba. Then Baba looked at me like that. He gave a drishti. ये तो VIPs का नाक और कान पकड़ने वाला. He catch hold of ear and nose of the VIPs. That is why Baba at that time gave a blessing. That blessing perhaps is the source for energy, source for inspiration, source for all time, wonderful experiences. Then I started because Nirvedji had a very uh, deep love and respect for me and also believe in me. Whatever I do successfully. That was his conviction. And Baba had given the blessings also. Dadi Prakashmani also had a great love and believed that whatever he does, he will make a success like that. So that is how Baba's blessing. I used to meet any VIPs, VVIPs, then without any fear and any personal interest or personal. I am giving a godly message to them. It is my golden opportunity to meet such people and explain what Baba has already said to us in many ways, in many words of wisdom. So I used to somehow Baba make them to experience, and they used to give a consent. That is how I started meeting ministers, chief ministers, governors, central ministers, many media people, Swamijis, Jagat Gurus, like that, scientists, etc. Sorry. Okay.
So let me ask one more thing that how did you come to be Madhubani Vasi? When did it happen? How did it happen? Was it easy to settle in Mount Abu?
Yeah, first my in Bangalore successful story, and then Delhi. I was there for 5 months in organizing the Human Survival Conference. Sorry, Future of Mankind Conference, which was organized by Jagdish ji, and of course Brijmohan ji played an important role there also. I used to assist Jagdish ji for sending invitations, typing. At that time there was no computer. There was no, this even electronic computer also, the typewriter also. He used to write handed typing, and I used to help him. Then somehow that became a kind of a love and bondage, not bondage, I can say, affection for Jagdish Bhai and his service. Later on, I supported him in printings of good literature, the Science and Spirituality Kitab, Adi Dev book, and humor, the eternal drama. I used to, in addition to my conference work, I used to support him for creating, for printing that books also. He used to daily used to give dictation to Sudhaban. Sudhaban used to write it. Then I used to type it. Then he used to look into that. Somebody, when Gupta ji was there, he was used to see the proofreading. Then I used to get it designed. Then we used to give it for printing. That is how it happened. And so Jagdish ji was, and all this information was known to Brother Nirver Bhai also. When the first Universal Peace Conference, he planned it. We planned it, of course. And he said, you should come and stay in Mount Abu for organizing this conference. You have already good experiences with Jagdish ji, Rijman Bhai. Of course, Ramesh Bhai used to come for the meetings, not regularly. That's why I said, okay, I will come for some time. Then I came for first 5 to 6 months. I stayed in Pandavavar. First Universal Peace Conference was planned while constructing the Om Shanti Bhavan. After finishing the Om Shanti Bhavan construction, Dalai Lama came. Of course, at that time, Mohini Ben, Gayatri Ben, they also worked for this successful conference by inviting Dr. Robert Muller. It was their effort that made the glorification of Baba at that time. Then Dalai Lama came. Of course, I had invited one more, Virendra Patil, central government minister. He was the minister for transport and shipping. He came, and many other also minister from South Africa also came. That was the first international gathering of VAPs, VVAPs. So that is first. After the conference was over, I wanted to go back to Bangalore because I used to stay in here in Pandavavan. That was a very cold period. Between October to February was a very severe cold. Then shivering for me. Then I went to Dadi. Dadi, I want to go to Bangalore. Dadi said, "Oh, why you want to go? Dadi, why don't you stay here itself?" I said, "Dadi, are you not happy with Baba and Dadi? They're all staying here only." I said, "Dadi, it is all good for you. For me, it looks, I feel more cold here. So that's why I wanted to go." Dadi said, "दादी कभी ठंडी में बॉम्बे जाना थोड़ी सोचती है. In cold season, Dadi never think of going to Bombay and any other places to cold season." Then from that day onwards, I forgot cold. Then I said, "Okay, it is." In the meantime, at that time, Baba used to come frequently, and then that wonderful experience I used to have. So that is how I started staying for first 6 months. Later on, Dadi asked me to stay more, and Nirvir Bhai also stamped it. He said to Dadi, "No, let him be here only." Then Dadi said, "Okay." Then I determined to stay here. Then cold disappear, and then many other questions comes to, because I was more independent in South India. But here we had to ask a lot of things, lot of procedural work with. But anyway, Baba said, mold makes you gold. जो mold हो ना जीवन में, automatically it will become an opportunity to become a gold, like ornaments we making. So like that, these opportunities made me to interact with seniors and then develop faith in them, and then develop faith in myself, and develop faith in the family also. And at the same time, सर्विस एक बहुत बड़ी चीज है जीवन में. सर्विस में ज्ञान भी है, योग भी है. वी कैन प्रैक्टिस इन नॉलेज, वी कैन प्रैक्टिस yoga, we can practice, prove that we are practicing having values for ourselves, and we can disseminate it properly and set an example. That is how this service is a very attraction for me. It is like as good as putting laddu before man, so that he can, even though he is a sugar patient, it attracts me. Like that, service made me, united me, brought me, made me to grow up in the family and developed a faith in each and every small and big brothers and sisters. That is how I am proud and happy to stay in Panda Bhavan. Then, of course, lot of developmental activities, infrastructure creation. Partly I used to go with Nirvir Bhai and Dadi to चाहे ज्ञान सरोवर हो, पांडव भवन हो, then Shanti Van ho. There are different stories. I will tell you little later. Okay, Om Shanti. Namaste, brother. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you Bhai, to enlightening us with the beautiful stories and experiences and helping the family to know a bit more about you, such special jewels in Baba's Yagya. And it brings us
Thank,
all very much closer together. So thank you very, very much.
thank you very much. Om Shanti. I
Shan.
also achieve a great success in your all endeavors, and being a very uh, powerful soul. You have created your own fortunate, and also around the world, you have created an impact in the family. I wish you a great success and rise to a new height of perfection, and also live in the paradise of peace and happiness. Okay.
Thank you, Bhai Sahib. Thank you. Okay. Om Shanti. We'll end there.